What's going on, everyone? Welcome to your Monday edition of FSU Weather. I'm meteorologist Tyler Sherrod here with your 1-minute overview. Here we have the sun over Doak Campbell Stadium, starting to see the clouds start to get out of the way as we start to get closer to sunset. Right now, 84 degrees with those cloudy skies still, winds coming out of the south at 8 miles per hour. And as we look at the satellite and the radar for the whole southeast region, not really seeing much in the way of rain for Florida. To the south of Tallahassee, seeing a couple of showers spark up, but none of that is moving into the city. Tonight, going to get down to 72 degrees, going to still keep some cloud coverage in the forecast, and wind's going to come out of the south-southwest at 6 miles per hour. And tomorrow's high going to be 82 degrees, going to keep the cloudy skies around as well. For the rest of the show, I'm going to talk about Invest 90L. We're going to talk about Hurricane Sam and how it continues to churn throughout the Atlantic. We're going to talk about what a tropical wave is tonight on FSU Weather.
What's up, guys? Student meteorologist Jessica Kirk here. Starting off, classic view of Doak Campbell Stadium. Look at that sun shining right overhead. It's a little cloudy today. I know last week on the show when that cold front came through, we were seeing all those clear skies towards the end of the week, but clouds are starting to float back in. Wind coming from the south, 8 miles per hour. It's 84 today, which is also a little bit warmer than what we felt over this weekend too. So I'm not super happy about this weather, but I mean, I guess it could be worse. Most of the southeast, including Florida, not seeing a lot of rain here. Usually have a lot of showers down here in the peninsula, but today, most of the area looking pretty dry, including Big Bend region, right where we are. Here in Tallahassee, once again, 84. Those clouds floating in and out of the area. If you look further to the north, we're seeing temperatures at the same, 84 in Thomasville. Then over here, we got 86 in Quincy. And then down by the coast, Apalachicola, a little bit cooler at 83. Most of the region seeing clear skies, really just Tallahassee with the clouds. Perry as well, looking a little cloudy over there, 85 as well, just mid-80s throughout the region. Our dew points have also increased since that cold front came through, left us dry, and now we're seeing back up in the 70s for Tallahassee. A little bit less muggy if you go further to the north, that's 64 in Thomasville. But unfortunately, if you walked to class today, you probably didn't feel that great. I know I got a text from a friend saying that it just felt gross outside, so once again, you can thank those higher dew points. Here in Tallahassee, we got wind coming from the south, 8 miles per hour, and then down Apalachicola as well. Same, just coming from that sea breeze, just rolling in today. A lot of the region not seeing anything crazy, though. I mean, we don't have any wind in Thomasville or Donaldsonville, so pretty calm throughout the region. Into the next 24 hours, we're going to see some clouds, once again, just kind of covering the Big Bend region, and even some showers, especially over to the west of us. Might see a little bit of spotted showers. Nothing to really worry about here, although tomorrow, might want to bring your umbrella just to be safe, but once again, it'll just be a passing shower, really nothing to worry about. Tomorrow we are looking at that sunshine all throughout the day. It's going from 71 in the morning up to 87 towards the afternoon. And as for the week ahead, tomorrow, 87, lows all in the 60s, so I'm loving to see those 60s. I've been missing those throughout the summer. So once again, a little bit warmer lows than we had last week, but still getting down pretty chilly throughout the night. We're going to see clouds Wednesday, Thursday, and throughout the week. Temperature is going to increase a little bit, but we're going to stick around 90, high 80s. So we're back into those warm temperatures again. Hopefully we'll see real fall here soon. I'm going to pass things over to Allie Ann, though. She's going to give us a bigger look at the southeast.
Thank you for that, Jesse. Looking at our southeast, we're going to have some look at the temperatures real quick over the southern region of the U.S. Here over in Tallahassee, we have 84 degrees. We got just 80s throughout the entire southeast region, almost 90 in Shreveport, and 89 also in Tampa. These temperatures have increased over the past couple of days after the passing of the cold front. Our dew points in the south have also increased over these past couple of days. We did have a great weekend with lower dew points, but as we know, with the passing of it, it's going to increase. And we got real warm and muggy over in New Orleans with 71, but we have really nice dew points up in Little Rock and more out west area. Looking at our winds for the southeast, we can see that we do have a lot of sea breeze occurring on these coastal cities where the wind is pointing more inland. Pretty notable in Orlando where it's 14 miles an hour right now pointing in, and 10 in Jacksonville. Looking at our satellite radar, we can see a little bit of convection occurring out here in the Gulf near New Orleans area. Those showers we are looking at those showers affecting the Louisiana area more this week, but nothing very much going on in this area of the southeast. Looking at the water vapor that we have over here, pretty much nothing much going on over here with the Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia area or Florida. But mostly over here near Texas and Louisiana, things are kind of starting to stir up. Looking at our storm outlook, we have the convection that I was kind of talking about going on, affecting our Houston area, Dallas, and Louisiana, and more out west. 2 days ahead, we have that same area being affected even more, not moving east, but as we go to day 3, it does move more east. Nothing super small. Serious, more just tropical storm or thunderstorms. Next 48 hours, we do have a lot of cloud cover and pocket showers coming over the southeast region, nothing affecting Florida, Georgia, or Alabama, mostly Mississippi and Louisiana. The spotlight city for the week, we have a sunny afternoon right now in Georgia at 82 degrees, just pretty great conditions going on over there. For tonight's forecast, we have 68 here in Tallahassee, just kind of like high 60s throughout the entire southeast region, cloudy skies in most of our areas. Looking out for tomorrow, we have highs throughout the entire southeast with partially cloudy skies for most of our area. Now I want to pass things over to Tyler as he gives us our lifestyle forecast.
Thanks, Allie-Ann. Let's take a look at some of the area cameras here throughout the Big Bend region. Over the FSU IM fields, seeing some clouds in the sky, but pretty nice overall. Panama City, sun shining, not really a cloud in the sky to see there. Same thing with St. George Island, and then getting over to Lake Bradford, seeing some of the cloud coverage there, as that's in the Tallahassee region. That's where we're seeing most of the cloud coverage in the Big Bend. No airport delays for Tallahassee, going to be 84 degrees, sunny. That's how it's going to be for the next week or so here in Tallahassee. And really all throughout the country, not going to see any sort of airport delays at all. If you happen to be in Dallas and you're watching our show, the forecast for tonight going to be 71 degrees with partly cloudy skies. That Cowboys Stadium does have a retractable dome, so we don't know if it'll be Dome Stadium tonight or if they'll open it up. Because the weather's pretty nice, maybe they will open it up for the game tonight. If you're in Tallahassee and you're thinking about walking your dog tomorrow morning, going to be fairly cool at 7 a.m. at 68 degrees as the sun is still just starting to rise around that time. Getting into 9 a.m., still going to be pretty comfortable at 71 degrees. But once we get into those later morning hours, that's whenever that daytime heating is going to start to take place and the temperatures are going to start to rise a lot more rapidly. 11 a.m., it's going to be about 81 degrees. So be sure to get out and walk your dog before 11 a.m. That's whenever it's going to be nicest here in Tallahassee. So if you still have hope and you want to watch FSU football this weekend, we're playing Syracuse at home, going to be 87 degrees. So still going to be pretty hot outside, so be sure to wear sunblock and bring plenty of water to stay hydrated for FSU to maybe find their first victory of the season. Getting into our Sunday rec forecast. Fun in the sun for Sunday because the weather is going to be pretty great for going out to the water. 86 degrees going to be that high temperature. Not really expecting much in the way of cloud coverage, and those winds are going to stay calm, so perfect time to hit the water. And as you start to plan your school week this week, be sure to bring sunblock or put on sunblock before you walk to class because it's going to be sunny all week, and those temperatures are just going to get hotter and hotter for the highs. As we get to Thursday and Friday, high temperatures are going to be at 90 degrees, but the low temperatures still going to be pretty comfortable in the mid to upper 60s for the rest of the week. Now, I'm going to pass things off to Jesse to take a look at the tropics.
Woohoo, tracking the tropics. We got a lot of stuff going on in the tropics, actually. We're kind of just right around our peak hurricane season here in September. So right now, we got Sam on the list. Teresa kind of showed up and disappeared over the weekend. We only have 2 names left that we haven't used, Victor and Wanda. So things are moving along pretty quickly considering that we haven't even hit October yet. So once again, tropics staying busy just like they have been over the past 2 years as well. Here's Sam on satellite. This thing has really exploded over the last few days. It got named a storm initially on Thursday, and then on Saturday it had already exploded into a Category 4. Right now this is a fish storm, so it's just right out at sea. We're not seeing any effects of it on land right now. And another thing that we're looking at, Invest 90L, which is coming off the coast of Africa. We're going to touch on that later too. But right now it's just really disorganized as it's trying to get something together so that it can continue to move across the Atlantic. Looking back at SAM, it's currently 120 mile per hour wind speed. So right now it's looking like it's at a category 3. It's moving northwest at 9 miles per hour, pressure of 957 millibars. So it's a pretty strong storm as it's going to continue to move northwest throughout the Atlantic. Right now it's supposed to be skirting the islands, and then eventually it's going to take a turn to the north. Will it hit Bermuda? That's what we have to find out. Over the last few days, the track has shifted a little bit more to the west, so time will tell on if this is going to have any impact on the island of Bermuda. As of right now, Puerto Rico and Cuba and these other islands here do have a little bit of rainfall. A lot of this isn't really related to SAM, but we do see a little bit. They could be getting up to 1.5 to 2.5 inches in some areas, so definitely keep an eye on that if you're in that area. You're just seeing a little bit of rain during this time. Invest 90L is currently trying to get off the coast of Africa. Its winds are only 25 miles per hour, so we're looking at this thing to be named as we go further into the week. If you want to see it be named, keep up with FSU weather. We'll be able to show you what's happening. As I said earlier, we're not seeing any tropical threats to the United States as of right now. Sam is completely way off the coast, so we're not seeing any rain from him, any wind, anything like that, which is great news for us. Definitely keep track of the weather in your local area just as hurricane season is continuing, because all these storms that are coming off Africa that are trying to get across the Atlantic, you never know which one of those storms is going to end up over here. As for what's coming next, we got this wave coming off the coast of Africa, and then this area right here, which is most likely going to be named here soon. And then we also have another area of interest off the coast as well. You can kind of see this mess in, I think, the last graphic, just a mess of rain, which is trying to form as well. But really, we're just going to keep an eye on these as we go throughout the week, so definitely stay tuned. But right now, I'm going to go and pass things off to the desk. Tyler and Nico have some information on that tropical wave for us.
Thanks, Jesse. So we have Hurricane Sam out there in the Atlantic right now, as Jesse was talking about. But we also have some tropical waves off the coast of Africa right now. So you want to talk a little bit more about what a tropical wave is, Nico?
Yeah, so a tropical wave is a type of atmospheric trough of relatively low air pressure. This is what is a precursor to a tropical storm. Sometimes these can form into tropical depressions, tropical storms, and these ultimately can become the hurricanes that we know can be very destructive.
Yeah, exactly. And these waves usually originate from Africa for the most part. That is the main development region of most hurricanes in the Atlantic. And they move from the east to the west, and that's because the prevailing wind regime in the Atlantic is easterlies, which means the wind is blowing from the east to the west. So that helps blow those waves across the Atlantic Ocean. And as Nico alluded to, these tropical waves do start to develop. They become your tropical depressions, which could then develop into tropical storms. And if the conditions are right, they could develop into hurricanes as well. So as you continue to track these waves, we'll see that as they continue to move to the west, as they move to the northwest towards the U.S., this could happen based off of the subtropical ridge in the Atlantic Ocean, and depending on how quickly they strengthen, is really going to determine the course of these tropical waves.
And right now we actually have quite a few of them in the Atlantic, as Jesse was talking about earlier. We have one off the coast of Africa. If you look at weather models, I've actually been noticing that something could come at us out of the Caribbean in 10 to 15 days, so it's definitely a good time of year to keep an eye on all of the tropical waves because they could easily turn into something.
Yes, and as you just said, tropical waves don't always come off the coast of Africa. They could come from the Caribbean as well and could make their way to the U.S., so always great to stay weather aware and to pay attention to the tropics. Now, we're done here at the desk. I'm going to send things back out to the wall.
Thank you, Tyler and Nico, for that tropical update. As you can see right here in Tallahassee, we have a great partially cloudy sunset over Doak Campbell Stadium. Right now, it's currently 84 degrees in Tallahassee. Just scattered clouds. We have winds coming from the south at 8 miles per hour. Looking at our satellite for our area, there's not much going on in our area of the Big Bend, but we do have a lot of convection occurring down in the Gulf. Nothing exciting really going on in our area. Looking at the upper level water vapor, still very bland just in the Big Bend region. Most of the excitement's going on in the Gulf right now near Louisiana. Looking at the wind speeds for the Panhandle, we have 8 miles per hour in Tallahassee, which is pretty notable. Also 8 in Apalachicola from that sea breeze pushing up into the coast. Looking at our temperatures for Tallahassee, or the Big Bend, we have 84 here in Tallahassee, 88 in Quincy. That's pretty notably high. Just most of the temperatures in our area being in the high to mid 80s. Just kind of result of that cold front passing, and we're just seeing the temperatures continue to rise. Other things continuing to rise are our dew points. That dry air mass has kind of just moved out of our area, and we're still going to get the muggy conditions that we're used to here in Florida. So the notable 72 in Appalachia, 70 here in Tallahassee. They'll probably be sweating on the way to class tomorrow. Heat index for Tallahassee, we have 88 here. Another high, again, also in Quincy at 90, 87 here in Perry. Just high, everything's mostly in the 80s for our area. Looking at the next 24 hours in our area, we see we're going to have a lot of clouds, mostly probably partially cloudy skies tomorrow, mostly pocket showers if they do occur, not very probable, but just be prepared on your way to class. Our day plan for tomorrow, we're going to see highs in the 80s throughout the day, so a warm or a cool walk in the morning on the way to class, but it's going to be hot later in the day. Looking at our week ahead, we can see that we have our highs in the 80s, reaching the 90s the rest of the week. But we do have very beautiful days ahead with these sunny skies and great lows coming on in our area. But looking, we just have great conditions. Just get ready for our week ahead.
Oh yeah, I absolutely can't wait for this coming week. It's definitely going to be hot though, so like I'm not looking forward to that because last week was actually really nice. But we're going to talk about the rest of the United States, see what they've got going on. This looks like a mess, but I'll break it down for you real quick. So we got high pressure sitting over the southeast. This is bringing us those clear skies. We got high pressure over here. We have a little bit of a cold front here as well. And so this is on high pressure up north as well. And then behind this cold front over on the coast, we're going to see those rainy temperatures. And we're going to hit all these areas in depth as we go through this segment tonight. Temperatures all across the United States are a little bit warmer than we've been seeing. 90 here right in the middle of Kansas City. Going further to the west coast, we're seeing a little bit cooler temperatures, 86 in Salt Lake City, and 66 in Los Angeles. Is Seattle the cool spot? I think it is, 53 up in Seattle and rainy. So not mad that I'm not there. If you're in Seattle, well, I'm sorry. And we got dry air throughout most of the western region, which is pretty typical for this time of year. We got 26 in Denver, so super, super dry air on that end. You guys might need some chapstick. Here in the southeast, we're seeing dew points pretty high, 71 in New Orleans, that's 70 in Tallahassee. As you go further north, you're seeing them dip down a little bit into the 50s, so it's definitely not near as muggy there as we're seeing here. Satellite and radar is showing us some rain down in Arizona and the Four Corner states, and then we're seeing rain up in the northwest as well, and in the northeast too. We really have rain in just a couple locations on the map tonight. Here we can see this rotation down in the Four Corner state once again. Really, there's not a ton of water vapor going on just because that frontal system just swept through, but we're going to see more coming through as we continue. We have a few active alerts going on. The pink ones are for a fire weather watch. And over here in Oregon and Northern California, that's actually a freeze warning. So y'all might see some really cold temperatures tonight. I'm not that jealous, I don't think. I do wish it was cooler here, though, for sure. As we're looking at the northeast, they got a lot of rain coming through here in Maine and even upstate New York. Just really cloudy conditions, and like I just said, just some yucky, wet weather moving across the state. Hopefully that'll clear out later as it continues to progress. Here's that next cold front. It's currently on the west coast. It's going to hopefully sweep its way down to us again. That's what I'm hoping for. But right now, once again, just really messy weather all across the state of Washington and Oregon and Northern California, as well as they're seeing maybe even a little bit of nasty weather there. As we're going into the Four Corner states once again, we're seeing a lot of rain in this area, which I'm going to be honest, we don't see a lot. Usually we're just looking at the drought monitor in this corner of the map. And even in Texas, too, they're getting a lot of clouds from this system and even some rain as well. And that's stretching, and this is going to continue to move across the United States as well. Once again, that drought monitor. Unfortunately, a lot of the West Coast is still dealing with severe drought, extreme, and even exceptional drought in a lot of California, as we've unfortunately been seeing a lot of those wildfires through that area. Definitely keep them in your thoughts and prayers. A lot of the United States doing pretty good. I know the Southeast is looking very nice in terms of we've been getting plenty of rain. If you live in the Southeast, you know we're not hurting for any wet weather. Southeast, like Allianne was talking about earlier, nice and dry here in Florida and even in much of the region north of us as well. Great conditions here. As for today's storm outlook, we're seeing some storms down in Arizona, New Mexico, and also in Texas. And in the Northeast as well, we're seeing a little bit, even a marginal risk here, Pennsylvania and Ohio. So if you're there, just make sure you keep an eye on the weather. This is just going to be some light thunderstorms, if you can call thunderstorms light, but nothing to be too concerned about. Looking to tomorrow, much of the United States, about half of, or all of the West really, seeing those thunderstorms. And there's even a risk for marginal in Texas once again. And the East Coast is also seeing a little bit of that as we progress to day 3. We're seeing that again behind me. Just a little bit of thunderstorms just really across this whole region. We have the potential for that. Once again, just keep an eye out. Keep your umbrella on you. You'll be good. Tonight's forecast is getting really cold out west, and it's staying fairly warm here on the East Coast, especially Southeast, so 74 New Orleans, 73 in Miami. And then as we go into tomorrow, a lot of the region's going to see another really warm day, 91 in Kansas City. And Seattle's still going to be 59. I'm so glad I'm not in Seattle. Are you glad you're not in Seattle, Tyler?
I feel like I vaguely remember that.
The weather here in Florida, every time I go to class, I feel like I'm becoming drenched in sweat. I really miss those colder temperatures that we saw over the weekend, and I'm starting to miss the rain a little bit as well. And speaking of rain and colder temperatures, you're not going to see any of that for our Florida forecast. Fort Myers, 90 degrees right now. Tallahassee at 84. Our coolest spot looks like it's Jacksonville at 80 degrees right now. So you're going to see most of Florida anywhere from 80 to 90 degrees throughout the peninsula and the panhandle. Satellite radar showing that there's no rain to cool us down either. So really, all the weather in Florida is hot, and even though there's no rain, it's not necessarily dry because the conditions are still pretty muggy. Let's zoom into South Florida, where there is still no rain to be seen whatsoever, except for off the coastline here, but none of that is making its way inland at the moment. So Miami, 87 degrees is your forecasted high for tomorrow, with a 15% chance of rain. And as we go throughout the week, don't expect those temperatures and rain chances to change too much. 88 degrees is the high for Wednesday, and then for Thursday, high of 86 with rain chances sitting around 25%. Moving on to Tampa, temperatures are going to get even warmer with even less rain chances there. Expect to be at 90 to 91 degrees for the next 3 days with rain chances below 10% for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Orlando, just slightly cooler than Tampa Bay, but similar rain chances there, 88 degrees for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. High temperatures forecasted to be 89 degrees, at least on Thursday. Going to start to maybe see some cloud coverage build back in there. In Central Florida's radar, not showing any rain as well. Palm Beach Gardens, that stuff you see right there, probably just ground clutter, not actual rainfall there. So clear skies for Central Florida, clear skies for North Florida as well. Nothing to be seen at Jacksonville or Lake City. To the south of Tallahassee, actually seeing a little bit of showers pop up right now. Jacksonville, going to see similar temperatures to the rest of our cities throughout the next couple of days. 87 degrees is that high on Tuesday, 88 degrees on Wednesday, and then we're going to cool back down to 87 degrees on Thursday, but going to keep those rain chances below 10% like most of the rest of Florida. Moving on to Tallahassee, Pensacola, going to see those temperatures cool down at least a little bit, going to be the mid-80s for the next couple of days. Tuesday, you're going to have a rain chance of about 20%. Wednesday, going to get up to 25% for that rain chance, and then getting into Thursday, rain chances around 15% with that high temperature forecasted to be 86 degrees. Here's a satellite radar for the panhandle right now. Just scattered showers if you're seeing anything at all. Here's tonight's forecast, going to be in the 60s and 70s for Florida, and then tomorrow's highs going to be in the mid-80s, getting into the lower 90s for some regions. Now I'm going to pass things off to Nico for our last local forecast.
All right. As you can see, we've got a pretty nice sunset about to occur at Doak Campbell Stadium. It's a very nice evening outside. We've got sun, we've got some clouds, but overall it's a pretty nice evening. We don't have any rain in the area tonight. It's currently 84 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Your winds are out of the south at 8 miles per hour. That is part of the reason that it was a bit more humid today, because our winds were out of the Gulf of Mexico instead of out of the north where it has been last week. And looking at your satellite and radar, we do have a few showers that are very scattered in nature today. There's not enough to get moisture in the atmosphere to get really big storms, but a bit more moisture today did lead to the development of a sea breeze along the Gulf that did trigger a few showers this afternoon. And if you're looking at your upper level water vapor, this is part of the reason that we do have a few showers. There is a little bit today. There was almost none the past few days. So we are getting a little bit more moisture today than we have in the past few days. And now we'll look at your overall satellite and radar. As you can see, Florida is pretty clear today. We don't have a ton of moisture in Florida. Most of your moisture is out here in the Gulf of Mexico. And you've also got some moisture way out here over deep tropics. And look at your current winds. They are very calm today. Like I said, we had a slight sea breeze. Your winds are out of the south where we do have any wind, but it's very calm winds around the area this evening, and it's not going to be any sort of breeze that you're really going to notice if you step outside. And your current temperatures, they're in the mid-80s right now. We've got 84 degrees under partly to mostly cloudy skies in Tallahassee. Most of the area right now is sunny. Our warm spot right now is Quincy at 88. Our cool spot where the sea breeze did move in is 83 degrees in Apalachicola. And then we've got 84 in Perry, 84 in Thomasville, 85 in Valdosta. And to look at your dew points, this is why it felt a bit more humid today. You can see this line kind of where the sea breeze moved in. Your dew point in Tallahassee is 70 degrees. It has been in the 60s. Your dew points further inland are still lower. And the heat index is warmer today because of the more humid air. We've got 88 degree heat index in Tallahassee and a 90 degree heat index in Quincy. And then look at your future radar. Not much. Got a few showers along the sea breeze again this afternoon, but that's pretty much it. And then tomorrow, your day planner, you're not really going to see much of anything. It's going to be a warm, sunny day and maybe a few showers in the afternoon. And look at your marine forecast, 80 degrees with your winds out of the north at 10, and then your seas are pretty calm and your water temp is going to be 82.
What's up? Thank you, Nico. Welcome to your first show, by the way. Great job. Let me tell you something, Allianne. I am not looking forward to this muggy weather that we're going to see this week.
I'm not either. Walking to class is going to be horrible.
You know what? It's going to be a fun week. Definitely keep up with FSU weather. We're going to keep y'all updated. We're definitely going to keep you updated if we're seeing any rain, but looks like it's going to be a nice, clear week. Maybe some clouds in and out, but fingers crossed everything's going to be clear. I'm definitely tired of walking to class in the rain.
Oh, as per I just hate carrying my umbrella everywhere. But no, we do have clear skies throughout the rest of the week, and something to look forward to.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But if you guys are interested, you can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/FSUweather. You're also welcome to like us on Facebook, which is so fun. We're going to hopefully start posting there. I don't know.
Maybe we should. Oh, also catch us on YouTube. We live stream every day, Monday through Friday at 6 o'clock.
Don't forget you can follow us on Instagram. But it's been great to see you guys tonight. I'm student meteorologist Jessica Kirk.
I'm student meteorologist Allianne McCord.
Have a great night, Tallahassee.